Welcome to the Daily Convo with your host, Big Body, Bro Body, and your boy, Bonnet T. This is a weekly podcast with just two dudes being bros. Just a couple bros being guys. If you haven't figured it out by now, just a couple guys being dudes. So let go.
Come on. Welcome, everyone, to the Daily Carnivore, a weekly meatcast. We're here to talk about all beef, all protein.
All day. That's us.
That's
this show.
Convo. Sorry.
It's this show. That's what we talk about. We talk about beef, protein, veggie protein.
I got it wrong. You can stop being a friend.
Animal protein.
You can stop. You can stop sticking up for me. I got it wrong. I'm your host, Nabil, Big Body.
Big Babity. Big Babity.
I am your host, the Podfather. Okay? The Don of Podcast. Okay? What?
Nobody. We're not
going with the Podfather. Of Pod.
We talked about all these names. We're not going with any.
Tony Podtana.
No, you're not.
Boy. I will scar your face with my words and smuggle. I won't smuggle drugs. And with me today is the blandest human being alive.
Tell him.
Plain as a white t-shirt that he's
Get him.
I'm talking about you. I'm insulting you. I'm insulting. Nice. Why are you what are you doing? Stop that. Stop that. This is I am so disgusted by you. We have done way too many episodes. It's the end of the year, and we've lost our.
We've lost it. All like
and
fanciness.
With me today, an equally insane human being, Warren Tormes.
Warren T. That's me, Warren.
I'm really surprised that you're going with all this right now.
Listen,
I really
man,
didn't expect that.
It's the holidays. I'm in a cheerful mood. I'll take all the abuse and say we
have beards year round, but this is the time where it's most acceptable.
Exactly. I'm a few years away from being all gray here, and I can actually play a Black Santa.
Mother, who hates my beard.
As she should.
Welcome everyone to the podcast. Today we have a very special holiday podcast for you. We are talking about the holidays.
All of the holiday.
That's what I said. I'm a bad host.
Yeah.
But before we get to
talk
that,
to you about that, actually,
I got a question for you, dude.
Okay. Yeah. I'm all ears.
How would you? It's been a long year. We've had some ups. We've had some downs. You probably had way more downs than I have. You're lesser of a human being than me in all facets of life. How would you rate your year in review? Would you say it was a good year? Yeah, I mean, again, ups and downs. Yeah. We've had some roller coasters. How would you rate your year, man?
My year, all in all, has been up. It's been a really good year for Team Juan. Very excited the direction that 2022 is going to take this organization, and when I just look back as a whole, as to everything that have gone on, I don't think I could ask for a better year, man.
Rumors are that you are being kicked off of Team One. They're not renewing your contract.
What's that?
Inside reports, just saying they can't handle you in the front office. You're disgusting to work with. A lot of what you say is a lie.
And where are you actually getting this information?
I can't reveal my sources. You know that. As any good journalist, can't reveal this.
I mean, I just signed a 10-year contract.
Yes. So, but here's the thing: when you sign that contract, there's a team option, and it's not
on the 10th year. So I mean,
every year you didn't clearly either you didn't pay attention to your agent or your agent sucks. But I'll say, I think
I'm my own agent.
I think I've had a good year. I think, listen, we all have ups and downs.
Yep.
And I think it's inevitable. You just can't avoid downs in a year, right? Like, you're just making life worse for yourself if that's what you're avoiding. And I would say I like how I responded to those downs throughout this year. Whether it was self-confidence, personal, work, I think it's your dad's only going to be here to support you for 10 years. So that's what your dad just said.
Okay. I'll take what I can get.
I would say great year professionally, personally, physically, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's a good year end. I feel like it's an appropriate question because we're at year end. So
it's the last episode of the year, man.
Sadly, not the last episode of the season. I still have to deal with you for one more episode, which is freaking garbage.
Oh, don't worry. The very last episode, there will just be a hologram version of myself. I'm just gonna have it running. Two options actually. We got a team working on a hologram. I got another group that's just working on a very simple idea. I don't want to do it, but just video recording all of my reactions and words and just playing it while you're live. And just
we also have a new person here. Consistency. Wow. Apparently, they're a first-time chatter, but a big-time fan.
Long-time listener, first-time chatter.
Who
are you?
I don't trust them, and I wish they would get out of my life.
Who are they? I need to know who you are.
Listen, I have a suspicion as to who they might be, but I don't reveal names. Again, journalistic integrity. That's not. And here's the other thing. I got a haircut today. You didn't say anything.
Because I don't care about you at all.
Your year-end review, nothing about it was in any way about me. And I just thought I was a big part of your year.
You're right. I'm sorry. Let me tell you the greatest thing that happened in my year, Nabil, and you're part of this. Carl's Custom Creations. They make all tumblers. They made our tumblers. They'll do any type of custom tumbler that you possibly could want in your life. You can think about it. You can put it on a cup. Check out his webpage. He uploads constantly of new work that he does, so you can get ideas of what you want if you don't know. Or sometimes, hell, if you have no idea what kind of design you want, you just want something cool to stick out in the group, tell him to create it. Tell him to roll the dice, throw some paint on some stuff, and see what comes up. Because I can promise you, it is great designs, unique designs. You'll never find it anywhere else. Carl's Custom Creations, that's customs with a K. And that's my dad, so just had to throw that in there for the year. So
it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to
do with snap. We got a Shank 75 is new to chat. What up? We got some new people.
What?
Let's go. We got so many new people. Plus.
I don't. But what about me? What about me?
Carl Customs put a link also from his Facebook and his Instagram in the chat. I love the Junior Abbott's here. What up? What up? I love the tumblers, even though I didn't win. Junior Abbott, you can buy one and get a 10% discount by mentioning the daily convo. You can make and get an actual cup from us. One of our cups, baby. Us. Look at his face. Us. This is my serious face. Us. Oh. Yeah.
I'm really surprised I held it together without laughing right there.
I was trying to break you. You didn't.
I don't take guesses. By the way, I take reassurances. And I just don't, but I have an idea, right? My sources. Okay. That's just, it's not all about you, Nabil. Actually, it is. You're on my podcast. It's all the way about me.
It's not.
So why don't you shut your mouth when you're talking to me like that?
You're on ours. So welcome to our show. This is This is our show.
Nabil's Daily Carnivore, a weekly pork cast.
A little pork cast. Pork cast.
Dude, are we just that bad at segueing?
Yeah. And this is how you pivot. Nabil, how was your Christmas, my guy? How was your whole Christmas thing? This is just passed. We just got done with it. It's crazy.
That just happened the other day.
It was literally like the other day. Literally.
Did you play this?
No.
What?
Yeah.
You're pretty good at this, though.
Thank you.
You're pretty good at this, dude. Come on. Stop. You're telling me to. Okay, well, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I'm only here for one. Shut your
damn straight.
+3, whatever that.
Hunt +3 is what I'm talking about. I know who you are, but I love you.
Here's the thing. And consistency. Merry Christmas. Just know that your name Hunt can get real vulgar real quick. Okay, so you're here for me, and you shut your mouth. Unless you're someone in my family and a woman, then I would never say that to you because I respect.
But you did just say it though.
I didn't say anything.
I mean, we all heard you, and this is recorded, and we can play this back. And I will grab that snippet and make that like a thing we constantly keep going back to. So yeah, you said it, so it's fine. It's fine. You said it.
Christmas is good.
Good.
Got to hang out with family. I made my nephew cry, who's 5 years old. So I would say it was pretty fantastic. All in all, you know, anytime you get to hang out with the family, anytime you guys get to spend time together, especially since everybody lives in, you know, different parts of planet Earth, specifically North America, specifically the US.
Good call.
Follow all that.
Good call.
Okay, cool. It's inside our solar system. Don't worry about it. But anytime everybody gets to come together, man, it gets to be pretty fun. And you just got to cherish those moments. And absolutely, I even cherish the moments where, again, I made my nephew cry.
Yeah, you're a jerk. You want to talk a little? Can you give us a little reason why you made a baby cry? Exactly.
First off,
toddler.
He's not a baby. He's 5. Okay, you can think.
Okay, so you made a 5-year-old kid cry, a hair above a toddler. So
okay, he can make his own decisions. Yes, I will. I will tell this story because it makes me laugh because I'm a cruel person. So listen, I don't do, and we're gonna get into this. I don't do gifts. I just like, unless it's like for kids, of course, I'll do gifts, right? And for my niece and nephews on my brother's side, they're smart kids, man. They're like really smart kids, and they love books. Well, I knew that. I didn't like, I wanted to get them board games, honestly. Like I so badly want to like nerd out and play board games with them, but they're kind of a little too young still. But with that,
the nerve of those kids to be too young. You know? I know. What do they get?
And you want me to feel bad about making them cry. Anyway, so I go to say I'm gonna go get them books because they love books. I get my youngest nephew a book about dinosaurs, and there's like pictures on the side, and you press the button and it makes the dinosaur growl. And then for my eldest niece, she's kind of like a little bit ahead of the curve. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get her a Harry Potter book, but it has like a pop-up picture book to it. And then for my nephew that I made cry, I know he has a hell of an imagination, and he loves comic book characters, your Spider-Mans, your Avengers, his bed sheets, the Avengers. And so I decided to buy him a Spider-Man Stories in 5 Minutes book, and it looked well drawn, and you know, it's just something that he would love. Come Christmas Day, when we're ready to hand out presents, which by the way, he was like so anxious to just see which book was his, because I had a bag and like the bag wasn't covered at all. It was like you could see that there's books in there. Anyway, time to hand out gifts finally after we eat and all that stuff, and they've like lost their minds properly. And I go up there.
It's great children do.
And it's just like this, it's like a movie scene, right? Like he is right in front of me, just staring and just I'm the first one to give out gifts, and he's just, man, just ready for it. And so the first book I reach in the bag and pull out is for my youngest nephew, and it's about dinosaurs. And he's like, oh, man, damn it. And you could just see like there's like his world collapsed a little bit. All right. He's like, all right, it's gotta be soon. But for kids, seconds is years. And so I'm like, all right, here's your book, Jamil. And I pull out the book, and I swear to God, you would have thought I just shot his mother in front of him, because I gave him his book and he was just, and I did probably the least comforting thing you could do as an adult towards a child that you love. I started laughing in his face. I could not stop laughing. I was like, buddy, what is wrong? And and I'm like, okay, you can say it. What's going on, dude? Is like, I thought you liked Spider-Man. And his sister was like, he already has that book. And I'm like, oh. And his mom starts laughing too, and I am like, I don't know, a foot away from him, just laughing in his face. And I'm like, buddy, it'll be okay. We'll return it tomorrow. And he's just And I cannot stop. Like, listen, dude, it'll be all right.
What a jerk.
We'll change it tomorrow. And honestly, like, you kind of forget that, like, for us, time flies. For kids, tomorrow is like 10 years away. It's just like, it might as well never be here. And I mean, finally, we got them to calm down because there's only like 14,000 other presents for them. Anyway, needless to say, I got him the book the next day. When I went to go work out, he was coming in and like, he made sure, did you get my new book? I was like, no, buddy, I'm gonna go work out.
They don't forget for shit. A kid doesn't forget about
something they want. Absolutely not. Like,
you owe me. You will pay what you owe.
This is why the machines harness us in the Matrix. Like, there is so much energy in us that they can just use this to live off of. Anyway, I made sure to get him a book about dragons that he seemed to like and got enthralled with. But I slightly ruined Christmas for my nephew, but it made it quite memorable for me and a hilarious story that I just, honestly, if he hears this in 10 years, I cannot wait to make fun of him.
Way to live up to your Grinch expectations.
The cool uncle. Cool uncle. Stream title: Large Bearded Men Gift Shop PTSD. You goddamn right we do. Christmas isn't about gifts, and I'm just gonna lay that claim
bullshit
right now. What would you get?
Nope.
Tell me.
Christmas is all about gifts.
You and your parents got $50 gift cards.
Oh, that was it's the greatest story ever. The the ever revolving $50. So years back when, hell, I think this went on for a few years actually. I think we finally stopped.
My story. I just love this story.
I think we stopped sometime after college, but like we never like would buy each other like we at the point we did, but we just kind of like stopped and like we just get each other like, just money. Here's a gift card. Go do whatever you want. So like one year we all just like, the best way I could describe this is everyone in my family, we just checked out. We were just like, we were doing it for habit. Just we had to give something. So my mom, I'm an only child, right? So my mom gave me a $50 gift card. I got my dad a $50 gift card. My mom got my dad a $50 gift card, and my dad got my mom a $50 gift card. So we literally spent nothing at all. We just took $100 and I split it amongst them, and then here you go, and they turn around and just gave it right back in gift cards. And I just remember calling out like, this was the silliest thing I think we've ever done in our lives. Like this has to stop. This is mayhem. There was just a revolving 50. Now, the part two to the story is this has carried on into birthdays, into other gift giving events where, you know, here's $50. And then he turns around and then my birthday, here's $50. And then he turns around and just, I don't think I've, for several years, never spent any money on a year on my parents, because it was just, I'm giving you money and then the next holiday or gift, you're giving it right back and thanks. We're just passing around this 50.
Now, before you tell me how your Christmas was, I just want to let you know that the Lakers are leading the Grizzlies right now at halftime. They're up 54-48. Yep. Anyway, sorry. Go on with the show.
Wow. Breaking news, man. I need that.
He gave me $200 and I gave it back.
That's actual.
What would you end up doing?
Man, so part of
you dress up like Mariah Carey and just sing "All I Want for Christmas Is You" to everyone.
All right. No.
Seamless transition.
No, so me and my mom have this like tradition where we travel for Christmas. So this year we went back. Right now. Shut your mouth, Junior.
Like this is why I love there's a delay.
I know,
because we can do our whole bit and it's not until they're fully annoyed that they can comment. It's like, man, we'll stop whenever we want to.
I love it.
Might have got people to unsubscribe or subscribe. I don't know. Tell your friend. Give us.
We'll find out.
Venmo me.
All your monies.
Answer the question already, man.
Trying.
Jesus Christ.
Your family is very disruptive. You know this.
They are quite there.
No, so yeah, we have this tradition every year where we travel somewhere. We're searching for a white Christmas. We just keep waking up hoping Christmas morning in some place northern that we go to that it snows. And of all of the places we've gone yet, it is yet to snow Christmas morning. Now, this year we went to New York City. It was a ball. We went and saw all the things you could possibly see in New York. We went to Ellis Island. We saw Statue of Liberty. We went to World Trade Center. We went to the observation deck there. Went to the Oculus Mall. We went to Central Park and Times Square. We did all the things. I ate at Lombardi's, first pizza joint.
Lombardi's. You have Lombardi's. Did Jess tell you where to eat? Here's
no,
where
I didn't even ask her.
Here's where you need to go in New York. Are you listening to me, honey? Here's where you gotta go.
Yeah, it's funny. I told this to my mom. I actually love when I tell people that where Jess is from and Jess is around, to just tell them that Jess is from Jersey. She hates it. And I do it all the time. And then randomly,
oh my God,
what part of Jersey are you from?
Trashy. That's so gross. That's how she sounds, by the way. The way I'm.
That's it.
Honestly, if I were to, hold on, let me just look. Can you tell if this is me or Jess?
Okay.
Oh my God, Juan, where did you go in New York? Tell me all about it. Tell me.
Jess? Is that Jess? Like,
no, dude, it's me.
What?
It's the real.
Get the fuck out of here.
I know. Oh
That's
man,
crazy.
You know what's really disappointing, by the way, is that like this holiday season, like hot as hell, and it's like 70 degrees.
Bro,
New Year's, I am so mad that New Year's I can't dress the way I want to dress, because I would like to wear layers and like I would like to wear something super nice. But like, listen, when you're the size of, I don't know, a rhino, and you have thick skin, it is difficult to put on a button up, a tie, a sweater over it, or a pea coat and a scarf. Like, you just can't look classy sometimes because the weather is going to be like 78 degrees.
Fucking balls.
And it's not even like it's not even like it's a breezy 78 degrees like we're in San Diego. No. It's just a stiff and stale 78 degrees.
Yeah.
Where you will feel 78 degrees.
It's ridiculous. Like, today I was out in it and I was like, this is just kind of gross. Like it just doesn't feel right. And normally, like, I'd be cool with that, but like I was just in cold weather and I come back to just
here's what I'm deciding on. Here's what I'm deciding on. Me and my sister Rania. All right, whoever wants to join can join. I prefer nobody does. Next year, it's either Germany or Switzerland. Like, I'm just going one of those two countries. I see those Instagram pictures constantly. They look gorgeous. Do I look like the kind of guy that doesn't want to have hot chocolate in the snow, buy a cabin with people speaking?
Swiss chocolate milk, by the way. I think that's the thing. Swiss chocolate milk.
Yeah, sure. I think it's made in India. But anyway, regardless.
Close enough.
Thanks for that lesson there, Sam. That's what I'm doing. All right. I want to live that Instagram best life sometimes. Okay. Social media sometimes controls how I feel. It does it to all of us, the best of us.
I mean, I bought several things via social media.
You're not invited. But to the best, like, it's just, I just want that Christmas. I don't want to be here in Texas. I hate everyone. I hate all of you. Everyone here in the chat. You're disgusting. I would like to go to Switzerland and just live my best life and show everyone that I'm better than you by doing this. One.
But you don't hate me though, right? Nabil, you're muted. Nabil, hey, bud, buddy.
One, what's your favorite holiday? Is the next question.
Wow. Yeah, since this is a holiday special episode, we want to talk about all the holidays.
I hate you.
You don't hate me, dude.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth. So we want to talk about all the holidays. What is my favorite holiday? I mean, I feel like Christmas is such a default because it's true. I like
the feel of Christmas.
Yeah,
like just the atmosphere of Christmas is awesome.
Yeah, the overall communal commitment to Christmas is like my favorite thing. But as of late, my favorite is kind of Thanksgiving
or my birthday.
Definitely not your birthday. Couldn't even tell you what it is. But the no, like I kind of anything that I guess every holiday essentially brings like people together, but like Christmas and Thanksgiving combined are just kind of like the great. I like Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving for me starts the true like holiday like funtivities. The immediate like, what up, Kim Dog millionaire?
Come on, all right, go on.
He's like it's I love it because it's like, to me it starts like all of the togetherness shit. Thanksgiving comes around, we're about to feast, let's get all your people together. And like I've never I haven't been home for Thanksgiving since college. So all of my Thanksgivings have generally been a Friendsgiving. I'm with people where all my friends are together. We're drinking, we're eating, we're doing
so you
too
say
much
it's a
of both.
Friendsgiving. Is that because like your parents don't love you and they don't want to spend Thanksgiving with you?
Yes.
Got it.
Yep. That's 100% it.
Are you okay? Is that a laugh? Buddy? Got something in your throat?
Yeah, I'm good. So anyway,
Why did your parents leave you?
I said something when I was getting old. I don't know. You know.
Because I live here with my mom. My mom loves me. My dad loves me. Like,
Well, I mean, all right, but I mean, we're talking two different things here, right? Like, we're talking about two different things, right? Like, I mean, because you're like a grown man, you know, living in their mom's house, you know.
You know, to our parents, we're all their little babies, you know, and that's all I am.
Yeah, but there's a difference in like being a little baby and then like being a grown man called a little baby, because that's a rapper. But you, I don't know, like you should get out of your parents' house.
Why?
What was that?
Why? It's free. They cook for me.
Oh yeah. But I mean, you know, in the spirit of things, you know, you should get out. So, what's your favorite holiday? You know, since we're talking about her holidays, you know, what's your?
So it actually is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But I want to say like the 4th of July is really fun. To me, the 4th of July, like just a shout out to 4th of July because it's like a mid-year break.
Ooh.
And it's just like a good, like, man, we've been like rolling hard since like the year started. And like some people think it's spring break. Spring break has always been whatever to me. The 4th of July has always been a really fun one where it's like you and your friends can just have a day, have a weekend. But like, I like the 4th of July quite a bit. It can be fun. Barbecue, the lake. Fun.
See,
fun
I could live without 4th of July.
Really?
Yeah, this doesn't do it for me. Like, I mean, I don't hate 4th of July. It's just not anything that I've been like, because my pet peeve with the 4th of July, until I had friends who could cook, right? Most 4th of July things were just like, here's some hot dogs, here's some burgers. We're going to just not give a shit about the quality of these things. We're going to grill them and let's just hang out and do it. I do that on a regular basis during the summer. Like, you know, it's nothing to just have a barbecue and shit. The 4th of July, the pop fireworks, cool. I'm also not a huge firework guy either. So like,
I don't like being close to fireworks, but I'm always like a fan of fireworks. Like from a distance, I'm still very childlike in my wonder.
I would rather pop them than to watch them. That's the noising part. Like, I don't want to watch them. I'd rather be the one firing them off, throwing a black cat at somebody.
But yeah, but my favorite holiday, honestly, is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know, the Cowboys seem to lose every year on Thanksgiving. Great.
Some like tradition.
But like, you know, you get the family around. Food is amazing. Always. My mom already doesn't know how to cook, but for like a small army. And Bill likes explosives. That's slightly racist. Yeah, to me it's fun. It's like a start to the year in regards to like the holidays.
Yeah.
Plus, like you always have the shenanigans of Black Friday right around the corner.
Yeah.
And it's not like I like to participate in Black Friday, but I like to watch that.
It's also racist, but it's fine. It's cool.
What is?
I mean, calling it Black Friday. I mean, we're about to get into 2022. You should just like step it up a little bit and just call it for what it is. It's African American Friday.
Black Friday.
It's African American Friday. It's fine. You'll learn. You'll wake up eventually.
I think you need to understand the difference between a cultural, racial term.
Oh, I do. Yeah, and calling it Black Friday is racist. So just grow up a little bit. That's all I'm asking. Just mature a little bit. Wake up. Woke. You know, it's African American Friday. It's fine. Go on. Keep on talking about your African American Friday. Let's go ahead.
I mean, I know that was it. It was just kind of listen. Honestly, the cool thing about Black Friday is
it's
what?
It's not.
Black Friday.
It's African American Friday.
What are you talking?
I'm just saying. It's African American Friday.
Sales are great. That's it. That's all I was going to say.
There you go. Cyber Monday's dope.
Every year, I'll end up buying like some kind of stupid fucking charger or like people of.
Thank you. Thank you, Muffin Jar. People of Color Friday. He gets it.
Anyway, I always like it for those reasons. But
yeah.
Yeah, like, so then let me just bounce it back to you. So like, what are some of your best holiday memories?
Oh man, I think I'm trying to remember what the toy was. A bike? No, it was a PlayStation. One of the years when I was a kid, my dad has this like it wasn't until I was older until I realized like my dad is very much about like, and I guess that's your parents' job, right? It's like to build a scene, to build these memories for you, right? My dad really, really tried or did a great job at it of like recreating the moment from, for any of those who've ever watched Christmas Story, where Ralphie opens all of his gifts, everything's done, and he's like, "Oh, did you get anything? Did you get everything you wanted for Christmas?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, kind of." In reality, in the movie, he didn't get his Red Ryder BB gun. And then when all said and is done, and he looks over in the corner, his dad's like, "What's that over there in the corner?" And it's been there the whole time. It's just been like hiding in the room, and you didn't notice it, and you get it and open up. Is that? My dad pulled that off successfully for the PlayStation. I don't remember if I specifically asked for the PlayStation or not, but I just remember we opened everything, everything's done. He was like, "Oh, did you get everything?" Like, "No, I got most things." And then he was like, "What's that? What's that over there in the corner?" Open it up, PlayStation. I think it was like the PS1, the little guy.
Yeah.
All the game, like several different games for it. It was fantastic. That was the night I think I pretty much stayed up all night playing this console. But like I've never forgotten that ever. Like it was
So
such
if we're talking about gifts. All right, I'm gonna get back to gifts. This one is a memory we both shared.
Mhm.
And it goes back to 4th of July. We were on our buddy Alwyn's boat.
Mhm.
And just being on the boat was like super fun. It was great. Anytime you get to be on a boat on the lake, it's always a blast.
Yeah.
Except we were on a boat and there were, and listen, I'm not here to talk about political beliefs, but there were a lot of flags on the lake this time.
It
And
was
there
the Trump rally was going on at the same time. We were
there
out
was
on 4th of July.
a boat that sank with like Trump flags all over it because there were too many people on the boat. It was a hilarious memory. But so shout out to all my siblings, right? Like they always really try and put a huge effort in regards to the holidays and Christmas gifts, and especially when I was a kid, because we didn't grow up very well off all the time, right? My parents did what they could in regards to working hard and making sure the lights were on and all that stuff, right? And so, my sister Jamie always like really put in a great effort in regards to getting me gifts like clothes and things that I actually like need, but also would like look stylish.
Yeah.
But this one, like two or three of them have to go to my brother on this one because he just like kind of knows the way to my nerdy heart. And I remember when we moved back from Jordan, and there was like this whole thing in the house where like my cousins were trying to tell me Santa wasn't real, and my family was trying to keep that little bit alive because I was like in the 3rd grade.
Yeah.
I was 22. And so I remember waking up one year on Christmas Day, and my brother had to have been like 17. Oh my God.
Show your tits. Show your tits.
Well, who's they asking for?
Yeah,
I like how there's this like sentimental story that I'm telling, and I see show your tits. And so, yeah, I remember waking up and just being the most annoying kid and seeing like a Fornabile from Santa gift, and it's obviously like a Super Nintendo game. And I remember like just being so unsure what to do, and like I just kind of didn't want to get in trouble. I don't know how I would have. And so I grabbed the gift, and I went to my sister Ruba's room, and she's dead ass asleep at 7 a.m. And I get right to her face. I'm like, Ruba, what? Can I open this gift from Santa? Just all hot breath in her face, and she's like, yeah,
morning stink ass kid breath. Just the best.
You can open it. So I opened it. And it was like a WrestleMania, the arcade game, and I just remember like playing it like forever. And there's some awesome ones. Like my brother, like when we had moved to Kentucky, my brother had visited. He got me a PlayStation. When we moved to Austin one year, like I get it again. It goes back to my family and like not being like we're always trying to financially make it, right? They worked hard all the time, and so it's something I could always appreciate. But the PlayStation 2 had been out, and just like your story in regards to like being a few generations behind, we kind of were in the same boat. And so one year, my brother, we had all went and had like a Christmas Eve dinner, like at a Chili, and then I remember coming home and my brother was like, "Hey, man, I got to go, but I want to give you this." And it was a Dreamcast. And I remember like me and my brother playing NFL 2K and the demo disc like for a good hour and just being marveled at it. So those are some awesome memories. But like shout out to my whole family for always trying to make Christmas like an amazing experience. And that's honestly like my favorite holiday memories are always just being with them. It's like living in the moment with them and just having the dumb conversations, joking about things. Like a year or two ago, we're just sitting around and playing like Uno for hours at my brother's table and just BSing. And then we carried it home and we were playing like card Monopoly. And so those are always like some of my favorite memories.
Yeah, no, that's dope. I think thinking back to that now, like I think I remember the like first things.
I remember when I got the PlayStation, there was NBA Live 98 and Crash Bandicoot. And then my sister and I played Crash Bandicoot like religiously for months on end. I mean, that whole like Christmas break, I just remember us playing Crash Bandicoot.
I had the Crash Bandicoot like racing. Oh, so much fun.
It's so good.
Remember, God, it was so great, dude. Absolutely one of the best. Right, looks like
I remember a guy named Dump. I'm okay with that.
Don't. No, thinking back to like one of my favorite memories now of like the holidays was like the first like Thanksgiving I hosted at my apartment or like at my place, and I like, it was just cool to like finally like to have your own. Like it was such a weird feeling and terrifying. Like if I fuck this up, it's a wrap. But luckily I had a lot of people who brought stuff. So like that was another thing that I like will always remember when it comes to like Christmas things or not Christmas things, just like holiday memories you never forget is like the hosting of my first.
Was there ever like a thing that you always wanted on Christmas? Because for me, it was always video games. Doesn't matter what. It was like
yeah, I don't think I could have gone wrong with a video game on any like thing, but like my similar to today, like my wants and the things I really like wish I could get changed by the fucking month damn near. Like what I want this year for Christmas might not be the same that I wanted every other. I mean, there was a period, luckily, once I like started working, the only thing I ever wanted for Christmas was just money. Like just give me money, just give me cash money, and I'll be happy as fuck. Give me a gift card, give me anything, just money, and then we'll solve all that.
Holiday memory is getting COVID on Christmas.
Turn up.
The pandemic, thanks you, son. Do you have a favorite holiday tradition outside of like giving your mom and dad the gift card you get them and they give
the revolving 50?
Revolving card.
Yeah, man, this the hunt for a white Christmas has been pretty cool. Like I say,
so you guys haven't had a Christmas where you woke up and it's snowing?
No. The closest we got was we went to DC and we're walking around Arlington Cemetery and it starts to sleet and like lightly.
I have an idea.
Then
I have an idea that's not too far away. I hear Banff, Canada.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. I mean, I plan to cheat and just take her to Minneapolis.
Well, fair enough. Yeah, there you go.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. However, when we were there, I showed her the weather for Minneapolis and it was 12 degrees. She wasn't too excited about that whole idea of it being 12 degrees. However, I'm like, listen,
how ideal do you need this to be? Like, either you want it to snow, like when it snows, it's
that's
cold.
what I'm saying. Like, what do you want?
Like, what are you looking for? What then?
Do you want?
Like, it's not snow and be like 57 degrees outside. Right? It's going to snow and be cold as shit because it's snowing. That's just how the weather works.
Now, what really did suck was Christmas Eve. It snowed everywhere but in like Manhattan. It snowed in like across the water in Jersey.
Yeah.
Other parts of New York. Huh? Yeah, where Jess is from. Yep. Jess is home in Jersey. It snowed. It snowed in like a bunch of these other spots, but it just did not snow in Manhattan. But then it was like, oh, it snowed at night. And then we didn't see it. So we were dead ass asleep. And apparently it snowed like 30 minutes after we fell asleep, and then it was just not enough to stick, and then it was gone after that. So great. Getting cold real quick. Yep, that does it. Eggplant emoji. That's your favorite dump? I'm starting to find a trend here with dump. He's
not. I want more. I want more dumps.
We need more dump. We need more dump.
I need more dumpage. Just
Hashtag
dump on us. Just keep
more
dumping.
dump.
You wrote more bump.
Oh, look at that.
One can't spell.
I am I'm almost done with whiskey too. So yeah.
But, yep. Apparently, when you drink whiskey, the English language grammar
goes out the window, my guy.
Goes out the window.
I got it. Here we go.
Okay, you're ruining this podcast.
No, we're good, dude. I'm just gonna fix it here. Hashtag grammar gone. Hashtag.
Stop hashtag in the chat.
Yeah. Here we go. You know what? We won't even do that. Man. So
another favorite.
What's your tradition?
Yeah, no, a couple of them are like waking up Christmas morning, cuddling with.
What was I going to finish up? What was
that? Waking up Christmas morning, seeing those gifts.
That's not what you just said.
What did I say?
If I correct me if I'm wrong here, it definitely sounded like you said waking up Christmas morning, cuddling with you, which is not a thing that happens ever.
Not. I would never publicly talk about our.
You know, this is also recorded, and I can definitely grab that snippet of this and
keep it.
We'll go back to the tape and find it. We'll go to the tape and find it. If you said it, we'll definitely put it up so everybody can see it on the Instagram page.
We'll
be Instagram Daily Convo for those who aren't following. On Instagram.
Eggplant emoji in the chat if you like Juan and I cuddling. There it is. Consistency. Thank you. Consistent as can be right there. Favorite holiday tradition. You know, it's less about the gifts. I would pay to watch you two cuddle. We do it for free, and I would like for you to watch it for free.
We're gonna open season 2 up with us cuddling.
Daily Convo. It's just us cuddling. It's 2 hours of. Obviously, I'm the big spoon. He's the little spoon. He cries. Sometimes
I'm definitely a big spoon.
And then I'm like, fuck off me. My hip hurts. Like, you know, when you're just like laying on your side for too long, you're like, I gotta move. Like, you gotta move. Get off me. Stop touching me. Like,
I just want everybody to hear all of these excuses he's giving, and I can verify he's just a terrible cuddler. Just the worst.
Great cuddler.
You're not. You're complaining about cuddling right now.
Cuddling with you. You're not good.
You're terrible. You're terrible. Okay? The worst I have ever experienced. It's just like you just don't even put any effort in. You're just there. You're clammy for some weird reason. Like, it's just this. Hate it.
Women find it attractive.
No, they don't.
Listen,
there's an entire subreddit about it.
Is waking up on the holidays and doing nothing at all. First off,
right.
But like, ironically, it used to be on Thanksgiving morning, not being able to have breakfast at all.
Dude, that is a low-key childhood classic tradition that does not get talked about nearly enough. If I don't wake up by like 6 o'clock in the morning to beat my mom to the kitchen, there was no breakfast being had. Luckily, it became a tradition that I would wake up and have to go get like a thing of donuts, like a dozen of donuts to bring back, and that's breakfast. Because you ain't cooking. You're not getting in the kitchen.
I like that she won't even let you in the kitchen.
Nope.
Like, because my mom wouldn't let us in the kitchen to just make eggs. Like, she would you are starving until 4 o'clock.
Yep. You better go figure it out. Because it ain't here. This ain't it. Get
God help you if you just tried the mashed potatoes. Like, you would, like my sister, so Jamie would make the mashed potatoes, and she would just be like kind enough to like be like, hey, is this the salt good on this one? And I don't know why my sister sounds like that. And I'm just like, oh my God, finally food. Hey, is the salt good on this one?
This is good.
Is there no butter in here? Is it lumpy enough for you?
I love this so much.
Try
Oh, you like it? You take a chance.
Lick the side of the ball.
Oh my God.
So I mean, honestly, the best holiday tradition, it's going to segue into our next question is basically the food my mom makes. That's really, that is all I care about is that. I no longer care about presents or any of that stuff because I'm 33 and I can just buy my own shit. Like I'm just like, okay. But and yeah, and so favorite and least favorite holiday food. What is it, Juan?
My least favorite holiday food, man.
What's your favorite and least holiday?
What do you not like?
What do you like? What do you not like?
Why do you like something?
Can you find out what kind of pants are in?
A lot of people spend a lot of time cooking this. You should like it. All right, so it's the least favorite, and this is such a northern thing, and I don't think anybody in this who's watching is going to know.
Green bean casserole, disgusting. Go on.
Yes, actual disgusting, and it is a full blown tradition. So, for those who don't know me, and those who do know me will know this side of me. For like 6 years of my life, I spent like going to Minneapolis at least like once or twice a year. And we would go to watch a football game, and there were a few times that particular football game, the Gophers, University of Minnesota, would play their like a rival on Thanksgiving weekend. That weekend that Thanksgiving was there. So I've spent many of Thanksgivings in Minneapolis with my buddy Max's family. Now, they have this dish they call it a salad. It is not a salad that we are familiar with. This is like some fruit gelatin concoction that is the most terrible thing I've ever had in my life. And I had to like act like I enjoyed this thing for a few years. It's not good. Not good at all. And it is my least favorite dish to consume. I also, as much as I love like Brussels sprouts, I feel Brussels sprouts on Thanksgiving just weird. Don't know why, just like a weird thing in my head. It just feels weird to consume Brussels sprouts on Thanksgiving. But it's another dish that I find quite weird. Don't bring me any of this like I think we can all agree that fruitcake is just not an acceptable thing ever. I've only had it twice. Not great ever, nor should it ever be considered a holiday dish. Not a fan of these things whatsoever. I want to also add on to this what our favorite holiday food is, but we'll get to that after you answer what's your least favorite.
I was texting the entire time you were talking, and so
I could see you, and you way to ruin the show because it's not like we're actually on the show and have people who are watching us while we're talking, while you're sitting here messaging as we're trying to do this. So go ahead and ask, what is your least favorite holiday food?
Arab man is casually smoking a hookah, not a crack pipe. Be cultural dump. Least favorite is green bean casserole or anything with fucking cranberries. Honestly, I think
fucking cranberry sauce.
Disgusting. It's just like, why are you making this gelatinous shit? It's just like nobody eats from it. Like maybe one or two. It's always like an excess of green bean casserole. Like nobody cares about this.
Now, listen. I'm gonna have to fight. I'm gonna have to fight against you. I'll fuck up a good green bean casserole. Now, I will never in my life ask who's bringing a green bean casserole. I will never make a green bean casserole, but I will consume it only because they got the little like the crispy onions on top. Little crispy onions will make it. I like onions, and that it's like creamed corn, but of green beans. I like green beans.
A sea of crispy onions.
Just a touch of crispy onions sitting on the top, golden brown like the sun rises on Thanksgiving morning itself.
Creamy mashed potatoes, flowing with perfect amount of butter,
sitting in a pool of creamy goodness. Run down
those are like the only two things that I can think of. It's like cranberries and green bean casserole, and I'm just like, get the fuck out of my face, man.
I just don't get the cranberry thing. I feel like this has to just be an old person bit.
It is,
because I don't know many young people's like, yo, I need that cranberry shit. And the crazy thing is, the people who will defend the cranberry sauce will just be as trash as to say they prefer it out of a can than like somebody putting effort in and actually making a cranberry sauce. Because I'll give you credit if you make a cranberry sauce. You go get some cranberries, you put some effort into it, and you make a sauce. I'll try it off principle. You crack a can open and you put this gelatinous can-shaped shit in a bowl and have the audacity to put it out here with the rest of this great food and think we're just gonna like love it and accept it. The fuck out of here. People tried and worked.
And on top of that, the Lakers are up 80-70 late in the third quarters against Memphis. I'm pretty sure I stopped talking to a girl about a month ago because she like would not shut the fuck up about green bean casserole, and I have high standards.
So let me ask you this: what is a dish that you have to have for Thanksgiving or Christmas? Like, what is it? Like, I need this thing, or the whole thing's off. And it can be one or two things. It could be a few things if it's a few things, but like, what's your you gotta have
it. So for Thanksgiving, listen, you gotta have mashed potatoes.
Interesting. Okay.
Shut your mouth. Let me answer the question.
Okay.
Don't ever ask me a question and then just shut up.
Okay. Yeah.
Gotta have some Frito-Lay.
Frito-Lay?
I'm kidding.
What the fuck?
It's now like a yearly tradition for me, like to now get a fried turkey. By the way, like fried turkeys are just like where it's at. It's so delicious and yummy. But also yummy, and also my mom's mashed potatoes are overrated trash. It is literally just filler food.
I'm sorry you've had bad mashed potatoes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like who hurt
you?
I just want to know. Do you need a hug? Dump needs a hug,
bro.
Like mashed potatoes. If you've had mashed potatoes and at no point you've had some banging ass mashed potatoes, and your response to it is it's an overrated trash,
bro.
Mashed potatoes might be the only side dish that no one will ever hate outside of you.
My guy, your nipples are scratching the glass a little too hard. Okay, just who the fuck invited the Grinch?
Jesus Christ! Come on, Dump.
My mom's cooking is always like on point. She'll like make dolmas or kobe, and it's just like fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Even like her yearly tradition of like making rice with cut lamb or ground beef. It's just delicious. My nipples are fine. Your nipples are not acting fine, my friend. So, but those are some things that I just like can't live without. You'll be eating top ramen after the show. Okay, I'm just going to take a segue here and just say this. Spicy ramen in a cup, like the spicy beef ramen, is really on point. And I think if you don't like top ramen, you've lived too good of a life.
Yeah.
You've lived too good of a life.
You get off your high horse.
You're on your high horse.
Just back it down.
Dump your cancels for not
for Thanksgiving.
I know. The fuck invited this person in here? What about yourself? What is
man?
What's a fave? What's a must?
Cornbread dressing, and not just like anybody's cornbread dressing, or for those cornbread stuffings, however you want to identify. That's a debate we need to have at some point.
I'm not a stuffing person, by the way. I don't care about stuffing.
Yeah, that's fair. Some people call it stuffing, some people call it dressing. Same shit, honestly. But like my mom makes this chicken cornbread dressing that is like, it's such a staple.
I agree with Muffin Jar right now, but go on.
It's such a staple that like I make it now when I go to like somebody's hosting something. You're like, yeah, bring a dish and come over. Bet I'm making this cornbread dressing because I have to have it. I don't give a shit if nobody else likes it. I'm simply making it for myself. So that's one. Mac and cheese is two. You got to come swinging with this shit. If you give me some whack ass, Pops gets it.
I don't think we don't do enough mac and cheese in our household, and that's disappointing to me. Honestly, that's disappointing. I
need to come up with more reasons to like cook because I have this like recipe for mac and cheese in my head.
Blame my mother, and after this, she's gonna get a stern talking from me because if I'm gonna live in her house, like
she's gonna be your roommate, then she needs to step up.
Like that's just not cool.
That's all I'm saying.
Not cool. I'll tell you one thing I can't live without. Carl's Customs Creations.
Oh snap! Oh snap!
Look how beautiful this thing is. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Look at this. Oh, look at that.
Look at that. Look at that. Okay, now look at.
And now that.
Look at that.
That's what I can't live without.
Yeah, that would be my ultimate thing.
You know me to Carl. He'll give you 400% off. He will give you money.
400%. If you use Big Batty Rebaddy as a prompt, he's not going to give you 400%.
Clown world.
I have world's best mac and cheese recipe. All right, Junior Abity, send it.
Here's the thing. Here's a fact, and I know everybody in this family will vouch that she doesn't.
Love that. Yeah, like that's gotta be
Carl, you say my name. Carl will Venmo you $400
on the spot
and give you a cup, custom made
on the spot. Yo, that would be a dope thing. Like I wish somehow I need to find like a mac and cheese cook-off. I need that action. I need multiple people's different versions of mac and cheese and send it. Do you prefer a like baked, crisp top, gooey mac and cheese, or do you just want the whole thing just like
I want the
gooey?
Whole thing goo. I want the whole thing goo.
You don't like a crust. You don't like a.
I'm not a crust person.
Ooh, you're not
like. I just don't care about it.
Tell me you're not black without telling me you're not black. You gotta bake that thing off. You need to have a nice little cheesy crust on top, and then you crack that thing open, and it's
aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
No, I know you're not charging $400 a cap. You're giving people $400 when they say my name to you. Go ahead and drop your Instagram so they know who to message.
Do that.
So why am I watching two overweight incels talk about food for an hour? I don't know. You can get the fuck out. I don't give a shit.
You joined us.
Thanks for being a part of it.
Thank you for the views. It's helping our stats.
It's really helping our stats.
Joy boy, what up? For anybody who's wondering today, just to take a quick segue, I'm drinking this very interesting Basil Hayden toasted. Unlike those who are familiar, the initiated who are familiar with bourbons,
is it Brazil?
Nope. It's Basil Hayden. Your traditional bourbon barrels that they soak these things in are charred, so they literally burn the hell out of the inside of it, and they put the whiskey in it, and they'll sit for like a year, 2 years, couple years. This is instead of like burned and charred, it's just lightly toasted, so it has like this weird, like nutty flavor to it, almost like
in Brazil.
No, not Brazil. You idiot! You uncultured swine.
Why does it call it Brazil Hayden?
It's basil, like the herb basil.
I don't
basil.
I don't.
It's not. It's a cooking. Never mind. You'll never get it. God, I hate you as a person, dude.
I don't. Okay. All right. Fine.
Let me ask you this question, bro. Let me ask you this question because you're kind of out of line here.
Okay. What am I out of line for?
You're out of line, dude. I want to know of all of the holidays, like all the holidays, all of them. What do you find? What do you think is the most overrated aspect of a holiday? Pick any holiday. What do you think's overrated about any of those holidays?
Oh, absolutely Valentine's Day. Mostly because I'm alone crying in my room. Next question.
I mean, I think we can shut it down right in there because no, I wasn't even gonna talk about it, but then you brought it up. Like, no, you're spot on.
No, you're right. I just want roses. Shit, and I want to wear lingerie for someone. Oh man. Listen, I've been saying it this entire podcast, but I think presents are overrated at this point in time in my life.
Mm-hmm. Pop said Labor Day. That's great.
Well, yeah, do people celebrate Labor Day?
Here's the thing. I can't say Labor Day is an overrated thing because Labor Day gets me off of work.
It does. It gives me, I mean,
and I can't get mad at these little onesie Tuesday days off of work. So Valentine's Day doesn't even give me a day off of work. So Valentine's Day can shove it. The worst. We're gonna do a whole episode about this. Valentine's Day is simply just for women. That's all it's about. Like it's just a holiday for us men to have to spend money more on one whole day to just
No, I disagree. We don't spend money enough on our queens, brother. Okay, and that's the problem, man. This is why you alone, brother, because you ain't spending enough money. You ain't treating your queens right, man. And what you
Why the queen can't get the king some shit? Why can't the queen
you got
spend her money? She got a job.
other days this year, brother. And what you need to do, my man, is you need to figure it out. Get in line, get your priorities straight, man.
My priorities are straight. Listen, Joy Boy can agree with me. She need to be. She got a job. She can buy me. Why can't she take me out to dinner? This is Valentine's Day. Show you love. I like nice things. I like to take dinner. I like gifts. I like little teddy bears with chocolate. I like all that. Why can't I get that? I got to do it for her. What's she doing for me? Nope.
I just want to point out, Dump, that maybe you can doubt that, but I doubt that you know how to spell doubt right. In fact, I know it. Valentine's Day is for women.
Doubt is on one. Somebody hug Doubt. I mean, Dump. Sorry. I'm looking at how we misspelled Doubt. And oh well, Valentine's Day is for women. 100%. See, I told you, Joy Boy, get it? My man.
Joy Boy, Joey, come on now. You know he ain't right.
No, he gets it. He understands. 100%.
He ain't getting it.
Yeah, outside of Valentine's Day, I'm trying to think. Like,
I mean, I'll be honest. Like Valentine's Day is kind of just like it's a whatever. It's like
yeah.
I guess if you're like a shitty boyfriend or husband, like this is at least the one day of the year that you can like fucking get your shit together, figure it out, and maybe just treat whoever it is that you're dating right. But that was mostly a joke. I think the present giving experience is kind of fucking retarded. I can't really think of like too many overrated holidays. Like
I think a lot of like I get the significance of the 4th of July, the events that happen on the day of the 4th of July. I just find it like hearing any form of like the Star Spangled Banner, all of that shit on the 4th. Like, listen, I resort back to a Daniel Tosh joke, which goes like, our national anthem has to be like the worst national anthem ever. And he's like, and people was like, oh, I was like, okay, well, before you get on my neck about it, is it on your iPod? Like, is it on your playlist? Like, when's the last time you bumped the national anthem? No one ever has.
All right, like, but there have been some cool covers of it.
Sure.
Juneteenth is a fine holiday, but it has a terrible name.
Yeah, but you have to actually understand like why it's Juneteenth. Like, you know, I get it is not an attractive name, but the significance of the name in itself has to carry enough weight to like bypass it just having a bad name. There's not really any other name you could give it that would like justify the day.
I just think that's a bad call.
Freedom Day, like what? Texas Freedom Day, like yeah, you can't really do better with the name of Juneteenth. So it just has to hold us up. And truth be told, Juneteenth's like dope as shit. Juneteenth is like a really dope name. Oh my man! I got it. I got it, Muffin Top. Hey, listen. If
I didn't get a message. I didn't get whatever.
It ain't about you. Everybody, listen. Everybody can look at you and tell you ain't a cook. You can't throw down in the kitchen,
bro.
What's your favorite dish? What's your go-to?
My go-to, Uber Eats.
Exactly. So anyway, he real recognizes real. Muffin got me. He sent me the recipe. I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna see how it is. He gets it. I love the awkward silence.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is fantastic, and also kind of a weird moment and a first for this show. It's like an hour in, and we're already out of topics. We've crushed this holiday special.
I mean, are we just gonna banter about holidays?
We can banter. We can banter about what's your favorite. What was your favorite gift? What's the favorite thing you ever got on Christmas?
I wasn't expecting that one.
I know this is what happens when we go off.
Can I ask you to go first on this one?
Sure. I mean, mine seems very basic. My favorite Christmas gift. I got a bike one year for Christmas. And I remember I rolled that bike into the ground. When I tell you I rolled that bike into the ground, like several times when I had to change out tires on my bike, it was because they were just like bald. Like Pops, that my dad taught me how to work on bikes because he got tired of me having to like change out flat tires because I would just like, it was like one of those bikes when you pedal backwards, it would break. So I just thought it was like the coolest shit ever to like break and like slide into shit. So I would always do it. So like my back tire was just like a racing slick. It would get a flat tire like religiously. So he got tired of changing them out. So it was crazy though. As a kid, my dad, our house was like the bike workshop. Anybody in the neighborhood who had like
bike racks just hanging.
Bro, I shit you not. Anybody who had like their handlebars wasn't right or like their brakes weren't working right or something. All of my friends would bring their bikes over to the house, and my dad in the backyard was like a biking workshop, fixing everybody's bikes up, airing it up, had a compressor, was airing everything up. It was great. And then I learned how to like then I learned how to do it myself, and then he just gave up. He just was like, nah, it's all you got it now. It's all on you. This is your life.
Favorite gift is nothing my sister Aruba ever got me.
Fair.
Her gifts are always trash. And anybody who has to put two thoughts into texting me about it right now is just an idiot. I think like I have to go back and probably say like just being like wide-eyed when I got a PlayStation when I lived in Kentucky. Like you need an escape when you live in London, Kentucky. It is just like fuck. Let me ask you this. What is your favorite, because it's coming up, like what are your plans for New Year's? What is your favorite like New Year's memory?
Dude, my favorite New Year's memories were right after college, when all of my friends from college kind of like we all left and we're kind of like in our own shit, and we all for like 3 years in a row all came together in San Antonio and like partied in San Antonio. It was like our first like adult real world, not in college anymore. We all got jobs, we all got money, we rented a hotel room, we all stayed in a hotel and like partied in San Antonio. And then the tradition became, and I try to keep it up now, but it's hard because like Austin really can't help me with this, but like New Year's Day tradition was after we'd party, we'd be hungover, we'd wake up, we'd grab a quick bite to eat, and we would go to the zoo. We would go to the San Antonio Zoo every New Year's. And then like, if I was somewhere else, I would like find a zoo to go to on New Year's Day. Why? Don't know. It was just a cool way when you're hungover to not be bothered with people and just walk around this zoo. Cause there's like almost no one at the zoo on New Year's Day. It was just a blast. It was fun as shit. So like, that was like a weird, quirky little New Year's tradition to pull off. It was great.
Gosh, New Year's, I always try to do something that's like fun, whether it's like a house party or going out or whatever. But I think probably one of the better house parties was when I worked at Best Buy. One of our coworkers had a house party. Not a really extravagant story, but honestly, like it was more in celebration of our buddy's life who had passed away months prior. And so this was like kind of, it was a New Year's party, which was fun, but it was really us just like celebrating him. He had passed away in like a drunk driving accident. That is a like certainly a memorable one. I think my screen's frozen on the Twitch, but oh well. Let's see. There we go. Okay, now it's back. All right. Sorry. A few New Year's memories. There was one time where we just like went downtown, and I didn't realize I had two friends that were seeing each other. And I had them come out downtown with me, and it was like really awkward. And I can tell you off air who they were, but it's really odd. I couldn't tell. One of them just like wanted to go home, so I was like, "Okay, well, you can go home." So I got out, left downtown, took him home, and we went to a friend's New Year's party. It was like a house party that he was having, and so. I don't know why that always sticks out in my head. Like
I think I remember this.
It's more like
I know who these people are.
Yes. Okay. Great. It was entertaining to say the least. I think my Wi-Fi is like going in and out.
Yeah, your Wi-Fi is acting all funky, man.
Dude, whatever.
It's good right now, man. Just fix yourself, man. Go over there with that magic jack. You know, you need to fix that, bro. You're an adult. You can afford better, man. You can get that. You can get that fiber now, bro. You can get 1 gig. Step it up. Step it up. I
want to go home.
You are home. What are you talking about? Don't cry, dude. I'm sorry, dude. Come back.
Okay. All right, I forgive you. I forgive you. I love you.
All right. One love, man. Ace Hood. Be easy.
Are we gonna close this out?
We should probably close it out, man. We're gonna wrap early.
I got nothing to say. It's the holidays. Listen,
it's the holidays, man. It's sorry,
guys.
Had
a really fun holiday.
Yeah.
Really, I hope somebody like broke an ankle or some shit.
We'll have a good one next week. We're gonna do we're having a sports talk next week. We're gonna have an old friend to the show, the old throwback shows for those who've been hanging with us when we've had our old podcast. Neil is coming on to talk sports with us. Dude, he is a Packers fan, so I apologize now.
And a Wisconsin
and a
Milwaukee Bucks fan, and they just won the championship, which like all he ever talks about is the Milwaukee Bucks, and it's like really hard to fathom that they actually won the championship. So real men play Uno. Real men find a better name than dump. So
we're gonna talk about all sports because we're at that point in time. We'll understand what the playoffs look like for football, NFL. We'll talk some basketball. We'll talk college.
Speaking of sports, man, I saw an awesome game this weekend. I got to talk about it. I think everybody's gonna be like really interested. The Saints losing was really cool. Yeah. Like for the first time in history, the Dolphins are like they lost 7 in a row, and then they're the first team in history to do it on the Saints of all teams to win 7.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
I mean, I watched part of the game. I watched all the way up until halftime, and I was like, actually third quarter, I think, and I was like, I'm good. I've seen enough. We were completely bombed out and depleted as a team. And Ian Book, which is a poor deer in headlights, the poor kid, bless his heart, that rookie got a long career ahead of him of hopefully better than what he gave us. But anyway, yeah, that was impressive to watch the Dolphins do that. But yeah, we're gonna talk sports.
About the Saints losing again, like it was like it's hard.
Yeah, they lost. Yeah, they lost. We're probably out of the playoff contention. Which, thank God, is everything I actually wanted.
They're gonna string you along.
No. We're pretty much out of it. Like we needed that win.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a chance, but you're gonna see that there's like you might win a game, and then you're like, oh my God, we could do it.
We're not. We're gonna lose out. It's fine. Yeah. Listen. The best thing that can happen.
I think you have a chance
for me as a Saints fan is that we lose out and we get a good draft pick. That's what I'm hoping for.
And still be heartbroken week after week.
I can't be heartbroken when I expected failure from real early on in this. I'm probably the most realist Saints fan in this. I expected the worst. I'm actually upset we've won as many games as we've won. I was really hoping at this point in the year to not even be close to a playoff contention at all. That's what I'm hoping for. But that's going to be next week. We'll have sports talk. We're going to talk a bunch about all that jazz. We'll talk about Dallas. We'll talk about the Packers. We'll talk about the Saints. We'll talk about the playoffs, college. We'll talk about basketball. We're going to go through it all, ladies and gentlemen. This show is going to be a wrap. In another thing that y'all might have forgotten, next week is the last episode for the season. Season 1 in the books. And we're going to take a nice little break because, as you can tell, this episode should be evident that we're just kind of burnt. It's also the holidays, so we're like all over the place. But we'll come back in next season. We got a ton of great ideas. We're going to bring back Gender Wars Season 2. We're going to have more guests, more stuff. We're going to bring back movie reviews. Oh, we have a movie review for next episode. Also, Bill, what movies are we running down? Not that face. Just fix that face. God, please, God, fix that face.
We are doing, for me, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, which I look forward to. And for you, you are doing Predestination. It's a movie with Ethan Hawke. I think you'll really have fun watching it. I'm excited to hear your thoughts on this one.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. So we're gonna knock that out. And then we had hinted early in the season that we were gonna do it this season, and we didn't. So we're gonna make sure that we stick to that because we owe y'all this for next season. That we're gonna do our food reviews on restaurants. And for those who are uninitiated, Long John Silver. Or for my dad, my dad might be the only person I know in life who is a Long John Silver / Captain
my
D.
mom.
My bro,
my mom and dad.
I don't know how these people do it, but I can promise you right now, if I bought my dad a Long John Silver's like gift card, he'd be the happiest man in the world to like fuck up some Long John Silver's. He loves that unidentified fish patty,
tilapia or salmon
or something that's
something tuna-ish,
like rectangle. I don't know what the hell that thing is. But yeah, we're gonna bring that. We're gonna do that next season. We got a lot of great things, and we are already planning for next season. Yeah, he's done. He's out. This is gonna be me. And if you are interested and want to join us next season, to be a guest of some sort, reach out to us. Follow our Instagram. Message me on Instagram. It is the Daily Convo on IG. Hit your boy up.
Don't message me.
Don't message Nabil at all because he ain't about that life. Nabil, what do you want to leave the people with, man?
Yeah, man. I just want to say, listen, guys, not everyone's worth your time, but some people, if not all people, don't even want to fucking find out. Fuck them. Your time is precious.
Yep.
Go get money, get paid.
Get bitches.
Don't even worry about that shit. So any other advice that you hear is similar to this is bullshit, and just worry about yourself. Fuck people.
I like that Ruba wants to volunteer to be a guest on the restaurant reviews.
That's a no.
No. So here's the catch, Ruba, you're listening. If you're going to volunteer to be on the show, we will have to pick a restaurant for you to go to, and you're going to have to give a review on it. Nope. So if that's the kind of life you want to live,
I'm vetoing this already. Nope.
Then we're in.
Nope.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk.
Yeah, here's the talk.
We'll talk about it.
No.
We'll talk about it.
Nope.
We're gonna talk about it. Also, for all those whiskey drinkers, as you have not noticed, that I legitimately drink every episode and a lot. So if you ever are curious the whiskeys of which I am drinking, or want to run down of for those who are consumers of the great spurts, I will also start to, I'm going to do better next season at identifying what I'm drinking every episode, tagging it on our page, so y'all can drink with me and jump in on it. And Ruba's down for that, so this is going to be fantastic. So boys and girls, as we wrap and conclude today's episode, I thank y'all for being on this journey with us. This has been our episode 12. Y'all have been fighting with us and dealing with our BS the entire time. Looking at Nabil's was an alcoholic and Nabil was a crackhead. That's fair. And
personally, I don't want to see your face. So don't join the show. I'm vetoing one. Go on, one.
You done?
Yeah, I'm just talking to her. You're good.
If you got anything else, just your time.
Not a lot on the show.
You good? He's good. So, boys and girls, I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here with us. Again, we wouldn't have this show without y'all. One love. Again, like Nabil started and ruined, everybody that you encounter is worth your time. Some people aren't worth your time, but I can promise you every single person you encounter in your life is worth figuring it out. Till we meet again, this is the last episode of the year. See y'all next year. First person to use that pun. And I and Nabil Rabadi and the Daily Convo will talk to you all literally next year. We out. Peace.